Hello guys, welcome to this video. So in previous video we have said we can make our CICD setup for our project. So in this video I'm going to do a Jenkins server using our EC2 instance. So in our next video we can see how to use the Jenkins server for our CICD. So now we can create our EC2 instance. So let's select Ubuntu server. So let's select the type as T2 micro and we can click on next. So here we need to give, we no need to give any add storage, so it is enough. So now click on security group. So here we can select our existing security group with default security group. So in our default security group, we are accepting the port with 80 and the source as anywhere. So now let's click on review and launch. So we need to select our key pair and click on acknowledge. So now our instance is launching. So let's view the instance. So now you can see our instance in pending state. So let's wait for a while. Our instance in running state. So let's name this instance as Jenkins Server. So let's click on connect. So we are going to connect this instance using EC2 instance connect. So let's click on connect. So to install our Jenkins, we have some set of commands. So initially we need to install JDK server, and then we need to install Jenkins, and upon that we need to install Docker. So let's see the commands. So here we have a list of commands. So let's copy one by one. So let's copy our first command. So this command lists all the JDK applications. So now let's select default JDK headless. So now we are going to install the default JDK headless. So let's paste it here. So now our JDK is installing. So now our JDK is installed. So let's check once. So here we can see our Java version. So now let's go to the next command. So here we have our Jenkins installation command. So first we are downloading the Jenkins. And let's update all our packages. So now our all package has been updated. So now click on install Jenkins command. So now Jenkins server is been installing. So let's wait for a while. So now our Jenkins has been installed. So now let's go to our next command. So we can start our daemon. And we can start our Jenkins. So now let's view the status of our Jenkins. So now it's in running state. So we can go to our next command. So here we have our Docker installation commands. So first update our packages. So now this is in this command we're going to remove if any Docker image is there or not. So in our system there is no Docker image. So anyhow we can run this command. So it's throwing error that unable to locate package Docker engine. And so now we can install our Docker. So now our Docker has been installed. So let's start our Docker service. and we can enable our Docker, and now we can check our Docker version whether it is successfully installed or not. So Docker has been installed successfully. So now let's go to our next set of command. So here we are going to install our AWS CLI. Since to push our Docker images, we need a AWS CLI to authenticate. So now we are going to install that one. So and then we are going to install unzip software. So this helps our install AWS CLI. So our AWS CLI is installed in a zip format. So that we need to unzip that one. So for that I am installing unzip uh, software, and let's unzip our AWS CLI. So next we need to run our install package. So now our CLI has been installed. So to run our AWS CLI, we can use this path, or else we can directly use AWS hyphen version. So here it returns our response. So that our AWS CLI has been installed successfully, and here we need to add some permissions to our to access Jenkins and Docker, because if you're using a Docker command, we need to always give sudo and then we need to give a Docker commands. So instead of that, we can give directly as a Docker images or Docker ps command. So that we need to add this user to our Docker group. So let's run our first command. So by installing the Docker itself, our group has been added. So now it will throw error that group already exists. So now let's skip this and add our current user. So now let's add Jenkins too. And we need to, after giving the permission, we need to restart our Jenkins. So let's do that. And after installing Jenkins, inside under secrets folder, we have our initial admin password. So using that password, we are going to log in that one. So we need to have the full permission to access that folder. So let's give our full permission, and we can move inside the secrets folder. And for the initial admin password file also, we can give the full access. So at last we are going to install JQ. So the JQ is nothing but it handles JSON files. So for that we are going to install this one. So we are going to use this JQ in our Jenkins pipeline script. So there we can see what's the role for our JQ. So now JQ also has been installed. So now let's copy our public IP. So our Jenkins port always runs in 8080. Let's enter that one. So now our Jenkins has been server is running. So we need to unlock this Jenkins. So under this path we have our initial admin password. So let's review that one. So here we have our initial admin password. Let's copy this and paste it here. So here we will ask to install suggested plugins, or else the manually we can select some other plugins. So now let's click on this one. So now plugin has been installing now. So let's wait for a while. So now all our plugins has been installed. So now it will redirect to create a new admin page. So an admin user. So here we need to specify our admin user. So now we can give our own name. So I'm giving my name as username and once here. So and then it is saying that our Jenkins URL will be this URL. So already we are using that one. So let's be the same and click on save. So now our Jenkins is ready. So here we can use our Jenkins server. So our Jenkins has been installed and we have installed all our plugins. So we need to install two more plugins. So now let's click on manage Jenkins. So after that we need to click on manage plugins. So click on available section. So under this we need to have a Docker pipeline and AWS pipeline scripts. So this is a plugin one. So let's click on install without restart. So now our plugins has been installed. So let's go to our dashboard and click on manage Jenkins. So to access our ECR, we need to configure our AWS credentials, which is nothing but a secret key and access key. So let's click on our manage credentials and click on Jenkins, click on global credentials. So here we need to add our credentials. So let's select AWS credentials and we can specify our ID as AWS threads. So let's copy the same here. So here we need to provide our access key and secret key. So let's copy paste this one. So now I have copied my AWS access key and secret key. So now click on OK. So and then we need to we can also configure our GitHub credential also. So to add that, let's click on add credential. So here we can use our username and password, and in this username we can specify our Git username, and here we can specify our Git password and click on OK. So this case will be needed only for our Git repository, which is a private one. So I'm in my next video I'm going to use a public repository only. So I no need any to handle any uh, create any global credential for our GitHub. So let's cancel this one. So now we have successfully configured our Jenkins server. So now it is ready to use CICD setup. So hope you have learned how to host Jenkins server in our EC2 instance. So in next video we can see how to host, how to integrate our project with our Jenkins server. So thank you guys.